Hey folks, welcome to another edition of BrushPile Fishing. We've got a great show in store for you today. One of my good buddies, Greg Rutschilling, he's a guide in the Lake Erie area. We're going to be fishing the Portage River, and we have been blessed with good weather this fall. We are in the middle of November. The temperatures today, now it's cool this morning, but it's supposed to get up to 70 degrees. We don't have weather like that here in Ohio, but this fall it's been like this the whole time. The bottom's going to fall out Saturday, a high of 37. So we're taking advantage. The Portage River, some shallow water crappie. Should be a great day on the water. So you stay tuned. We'll be right back with BrushPile Fishing.
Many people look at a lake and feel a sense of calm serenity. Crappie fishermen feel the heart-pounding anticipation of the thump. That's why host Russ Bailey is addicted to crappie fishing. It's this addiction that takes Russ from the Midwest to the Deep South in search of the best lakes, techniques, and patterns from some of the best crappie anglers in the country, right here on BrushPile Fishing.
Hey folks, welcome back to BrushPile Fishing here on the Portage River off the shoreline of Lake Erie with my good buddy Greg Rutschilling. Greg, how we doing?
Doing great, Russ. How about yourself?
It's a little bit cold this morning, but they say it's going to warm up to close to 70 degrees.
It's supposed to.
Can you tell the folks at home what we're going to be doing?
Yeah, we're actually going to keep it old school. We don't have live scope on the boat today. We're going to use bobber and a jig, set about a foot deep this morning, and hopefully them fish will react to us.
And you know, the thing I love about the Portage, folks, for shallow water fishermen, it offers everything. It's got brush, it's got rocks, aluminum boat lifts, and you know how I love those. Now, the other thing, I love shooting pontoons, but you tell me the pontoons are gone.
They're going. They're going usually about end of October. They're going. We're in mid-November right now, so they're put away for the year.
Well, I'll tell you what, the bite may be slow this morning. It's about 30-something degrees now, but like I say, it's going to warm up. I think we're in for a good day.
We should be. Let's give it a try.
All right, here we go, folks, the Portage River. Let's do it.
Let's do it.
Here's the lake information.
He's on there, a little gill. We were catching a lot of them gills on Friday, but they were good gills though. There's one. Oh, there's a crappie.
Oh, that's a good one.
There's a good one, Russ.
There we go. That's what we're after.
You got one? Oh.
Nope. On that post.
Oh yeah, big white.
Look at that. Here I am trying to get some equipment.
Retie and I'll catch them for us.
No kidding.
That's a good fish there. That's what you want right there on the purple and chartreuse. There's another one, Russ. That's a good one too.
Dude, let me get in the water here.
Oh, look at that one, Russ. There's a good white again. Same spot.
Yeah.
That's a good pound fish.
Folks, I had to do an equipment change. He's caught two big old pig-olas.
Your gear and conditions sponsored by Cornfield Fishing Gear.
I think we can do that.
Especially get a couple blacks in there that are that big. Right here. I switched to that blue ice. Let's see.
There we go. There's a decent one.
Oh, there you go.
Not a big one.
I think it's all about changing. Oh, therapist, Russ, this is called.
Yeah.
Therapist.
Well, he was right underneath that.
Oh, there's a little guy, huh?
Yep. Like I say, folks, we've caught several different sizes, so they've had some good spawns up here. And the fishing's going to be good up here for a while.
Yeah, and then, you know, the pressure really isn't, so you're never going to fish this lake out.
You know, sometimes color doesn't mean anything. Whatever you throw, they're going to hit, and sometimes it makes all the difference in the world. And we've talked about this before. Say a pink. I've seen it to where they want a certain shade of that pink, you know.
Yeah, it's amazing what that, I mean, I don't, you know, swimming down there in this water, what does that look like, two of them? You know, and
how do they
see the different shades? I mean, I got a hard time seeing them up here, let alone throw them in dirty water. And today the water's about perfect. Clean enough, but yet got a little stain to it.
Oh, there's one.
He was out a little
I
farther.
love the stain. Little one.
Got to get a little bigger than that.
Folks, we're about 51 degree water temperature. And like I say, we're fishing we're in probably about 5 foot of water. And for the water to be this warm in the middle of November is crazy for up here. We'll take it though. Again, this morning we started out at about 35 degrees, but it is supposed to, there's another bluegill, it's supposed to get up near 70 degrees. And it's been that way all of fall. It's been a great fall for us. Greg, you also run the Ohio Crappie circuit. And
Yeah.
You guys are having some great turnouts.
We are. It's been a great year. Now we're getting ready for next year, but yeah, we've had some great turnouts. 50, 60 boats. I think our smallest one in the fall was down to 30-ish. So yeah, we've had some really good turnouts.
Well, and you know, with the way gas prices are, that hurts the national trails because guys just can't afford to travel that far. Where the state, you know, you're keeping it more local and a little bit less money being spent.
Yeah, it does make it nice, and a lot of competition, and
Oh, you guys
family friendly also. So we got kind of both. And
great anglers. Greg, it is warmed up. We took a break, took some coats off. There we go. Oh, look at there.
oh, there's a good
Look
one.
at there. Another good
There's
white.
a good one.
And you know, we said, let me get the boat turned. We said once it warms up a little bit, oh man, it's warming up, folks. Again, I know I've said it before, but the middle of November, and we're out here in sweatshirts now, catching slabs like this. It'll be one we'll eat later.
That'll be a good one for the frying pan.
All right,
There's one.
another one.
It's a little guy.
Some fish in this. Folks, we're flipping way under these docks, and there can't be 1.5 foot of water that we're fishing right now.
It's a little black. We'll let him grow up.
And the thing is, we are still on the first cove that we started, the first cut, first channel. We haven't moved out of this channel yet.
Ooh.
There was another. He just set
He
it up
just
a little
laid
bit.
up on
Yep.
it a little bit. And that's what you guys, if you guys ever get out bobber fishing and new to it, these fish, just because they're bigger, don't always
pound
take
it.
that bobber under, do they? Actually, most of the times they don't, do they, Russ?
Nope.
They just kind of lay that bobber. I always tell people hook sets are free.
That last big white, he just barely kind of took it down.
They just barely turn it. And that's what I see when I bring people up chartering all the time is they wait for that bobber to go under like they're fishing a minnow or something, and they miss 3/4 of the fish. I have to tell them, hey, pull. But then they get used to it after a while.
Now, Greg, if someone wants to book a trip with you, what's the easiest way to get a hold of you?
The easiest way is to call me, and it's at 419-467-5401. That's the easiest way. I do have a Facebook page. You can message me, Cowboy Charters.
Now, let me ask you this, and you better say yes to this. Are you on our BrushPile app?
I think so, yes.
And folks,
They asked me if I was. I think I am.
and on that BrushPile app, we've got a guide section. You go to the guides, it'll bring Greg's name up and have a bio where he guides and everything. And if you want to book a trip, you can do it right there through the app. Pretty cool feature. And that's free, whether you have an Android or an Apple. It's a free app. You can keep a fishing log on there, digital log. It's pretty cool, actually. There's another good one. That's
a
another
good one.
black.
Yep, another black. It's another about a pound of fish. 11 probably. 11 and a half.
Oh,
Jill. Oh, forgot the, oh, he's still on there. How did that happen?
Look at that.
Oh, there you go.
not a bad crappie. Folks, I highly recommend closing your bail before you set the hook.
It does help.
We're going to turn him back, get a little bit bigger. He's only about a 9.5 inch fish.
Oh, there's one,
There,
Russ.
Greg got,
This is a good
he's
one.
got a good one going.
Feels like a good one. Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
That's a good white.
And the good fishing continues.
You know, it's funny, you pull out that 9.5-inch fish out of the same hole.
I'm just getting them little ones out
you
of your
know.
way.
Yeah, thank you. We appreciate it.
You're the guide. Now, Greg, when you're guiding, is the Portage the only area, or do you do some of the tributaries of it?
No, I do. I do a lot of the tributaries. There's one for you.
That's a good
I
fish.
do, you know, Sandusky Bay.
Come here.
There you go. The Catawba area. Oh, there's one, Russ, with you. Oh, mine's a lot littler though.
Look at there, another one.
Yeah, they look good, huh?
That's a black. So we have caught a lot of black crappie and a lot of white crappie. Hitting that eye hole jig unpainted.
Oh, there's a good one, Russ. Oh, a decent fish there. That's a nice eater there. Not the pounder, but that's a 10-inch fish.
You know, one of the keys too, Greg, is most of these fish.
Oh, there's
a good one. Come here. There's another white. Most of these fish, folks, have come right off the dock post. So I want to talk just a little bit about flipping. Another good white, about 11-inch fish. He'll be a good cleaner. So let me get this in the live well. We are going to clean a few today. So let me talk to you real quick about this technique. So we're using my 10.5-foot signature series rods by B&M. And I actually designed these not just for jigging, but for the style we're doing now. I see a lot of times people will just flip, and wherever it lands is where they start fishing. But these fish are holding tight to that cover, so you don't want to waste cast or waste flips. So the easiest way, I'll open up that bail. I've got that line in my hand. It's just an easy flip, okay? And mainly it's using your wrist, not the whole arm. I think that's where people make mistakes, and I just had a hit. But it's just with the wrist. Open up, you've got that line. Look where you want to shoot. Just drop it in, and you're right on those poles. So again, get practice of actually pinpointing areas that you want to hit with this rod. And the eyelets are made specifically for this because that line comes off so easy and allows you to get right where you need to do. Just a little tip so you can catch more bass like he's doing.
And one thing you want to do, Russ, is to make it easier on yourself, and I see this happen a lot, is people get too close.
Yes.
You know, you're using a 10.5-foot rod. Stay away. First of all, you won't spook the fish, and second of all, people think it's harder. It actually makes your life a much easier if you're farther back, because as you can see, you're just flipping it right into the spot, and if you're too close, it's just so hard to do.
Yep. And that's why we've got the stainless steel eyelets, because that line comes off so easy. And you figure we're what, 30 foot off these, 25?
Yeah.
And it's an easy flip. We could go a lot further.
Little crappie. And light line. Light line is the, 4 pound is all I use. I don't know what.
4 is 90% of the time what I've got on. Now, this little jet ski ramp is where we started this morning. We just cut down this one channel. So we're going to hit it, and then we're going to try spot number 2. Spot number 1's produced pretty darn well. It has been a good morning. You know,
the wind's light today, which is nice because we've been having, there you go. Just good eater.
That's a good one.
Yeah, that's a good one.
Oh yeah.
We've had strong winds, and as you can see here, the water's pretty low. And people don't realize up here is when we get strong southwest winds, especially, it blows this water out of these channels. And sometimes it makes it hard for navigation.
And it can shallow these quite a bit. We are going to make a move. Gives me a chance to put a slab bite on. That's the bait pin, folks. put them slab bites in overnight, let them dry just a little bit. You've seen just how easy it was, and we're ready to go. We haven't had to use these slab bites all morning because the bite's been so good, but the sun's overhead now, pushing them fish a little bit deeper, so we're going to make one more move before we call it a day and see if we can't get one or two more good fish.
Yeah.
It's bluegill and I can't get them to leave it alone.
Oh, there's a good one, Russ. There's a good one. Oh, my lines. This is how it works,
look at
guys.
that.
This is how it works when you get a good one. Your line's all Terry's off.
You did not lose that.
Yeah.
Oh, let me get this big one. Not quite as big. That was a good.
That's the one we.
Pound and a quarter.
My line got underneath my reel.
Doggone it. That's the one we wanted on film, folks.
Yep.
Yeah, you know what they say, it was too much fish for you,
Too
buddy.
much fish for this rod.
Oh, that was a good fish. That's a black crappie too,
Yeah.
Did you see that?
Oh yeah, trust me.
Yeah. You know, and today's one of those days, folks. We could probably use any color and they would hit, but we both started out with purple. And it's been so good, we haven't even attempted another color. But today, it has just been on. And there's another bluegill. Look at this bluegill.
That's a good bluegill.
Look at this bluegill.
There you go.
Woo. I want to show you that one. That's when we say hand size, look at that. That numbers game.
There he is. Oh.
Oh.
Oh, there you go.
Oh, yeah. Look at here.
There you go, Russ.
There we go.
Oh, there's one.
Now we're getting some better fish. We got back into the black crappie. They're all on this boat lift here, or jet ski lift.
Mine just slid off. Oh, there you go. I got tangled mess, and you got another good one, Russ.
Look at that. That's 3 flips and 3 fish. That's about a 9.5. We ain't even gonna mess with him. Look at that.
That's one thing about these crappie magnets are they hold up.
They do.
You can catch a lot of fish off of one bait.
Again, folks, just nice little flips. Easy style of fishing. Easy style of catch. Oh, another nice.
Oh, that's another
Look at
nice.
that black.
Ooh, yeah.
Jeez.
There's a good one. Not as big as the one I missed, but that ain't a
That's
bad
like
one.
5 or 6 in a row flips.
That's a good one, Russ.
Look at here. That's a good pound, just over a pound fish. And there he is again.
You know, yeah, there he is right there. You know, they're
Still
here.
on there. There we
There
go.
you go.
Ooh. Look
That's
at
a
here.
good one.
Look at here. Holy cow.
There's a good one, Russ.
There is a Portage River stud. Oh my gosh. Folks, that is what we're talking about. And that's why you come up here as this water gets colder. That is an absolute pig. Oh my gosh. That is a good fish no matter where you're at. What do you think about that one? The folks you've seen.
A little smaller than the one I missed.
I knew that was coming.
But that's a good one.
When you get them in the boat.
They eat a lot better, don't they?
Fish.
You got a little more bragging rights when you get them.
Therapist. Oh, you talk about therapy. Look at that fish.
That's a lot better than work, isn't it?
And I'm going to show you what we do with these bigger ones, folks. Turn him loose. He's up here so you can come back and catch him now. There we go. All right, that's a good fish. Not as big as that last one, but that's a good fish. Now, I want to talk a little bit on these crappie. You know, we still hear people call them paper mouth and everything. And I've taken people out on fishing trips and they'll still want to just set the hook real light when we're jig fishing. Get away from that thought. I don't know if you've seen that hook set there, but when I set it, my initial hook set, and when I say initial, I'm normally fishing this position here. My initial hook set is from here to here. I do that just like I'm bass fishing, hard as I can, and then let the rod and let the drag system do the rest for you. If you do that, it drives that hook into the top part of the crappie's mouth. You will lose a lot less fish by setting that hook hard than you will by being ginger with that hook set. So again, when you're jig fishing, especially with that cork, your initial hook set, bam, set it. So that's just one little tip for you today.
Them fish are right off that point, aren't they? Right off that corner. That's where oh, there's one.
Oh, there we go, another big pig. You want me to get him in for you?
Yeah, if you want. Oh yeah, look where that therapist
today
is, Russ. I mean, I don't know if that camera can see that, but
look at that.
Look at where he's got that fish. That's a good. There's a good black. You know, you had that big white black's hanging out in the same spot. Man, he was buried in there too, wasn't he? That's a good fish.
Oh.
What do you got there?
Oh, another good black.
Look at that one.
Look at that.
Sorry, Russ.
Look at here, folks. Yes, he wanted it. Therapist. Good therapy today. Look at that.
And now, the BrushPile Gear Check.
Hey folks, right now it's time for the BrushPile Gear Check. Simple rig we were using today. Start with the rods. Both Greg and I was using the 10.5 foot, my signature rod by B&M. Again, it was designed for this kind of flipping, especially with the corks and pinpointing where you want to go. We talked earlier in the show that early this morning, you had to get right on that dock post to get those fish to hit, and this allows you to do it. As far as the line, I love my high vis, and up here we've got good stained water, so you can use this line. 4-pound slime line, it's about all I use anymore unless I'm fishing heavy brush or something like that. Now, as far as the cork, this is one of the floats from Crappie Magnet. I like it because if you tear off or whatever, these are slotted, so you don't have to, tear your jig off, put these in. The thing that's nice, started shallow. To make your adjustments, it's just that easy. Just pull it, line slides right through. You can shallow or deepen as needed. Very good little cork to use. The key to this, especially if the fish are finicky, get a cork just barely big enough to handle whatever jig size that you're using. Now, as far as the jig head, and these, I told Blake at iHole, when I'm fishing this shallow water, I like a jig head that's not painted. So he made me a bunch of these, and I needed a 1/32 ounce. Before he didn't have anything that small. He started making me these, and these will be on the market, but he sent them for me to test. Today's the first day I actually got to use them. You see the hole in the eye, you can put your slab bites in there. We didn't need them today, folks. The bite was absolutely incredible. The tail, just a regular Crappie Magnet. Now, 90% of the day, we use one called Therapist. Therapist is the purple in chartreuse. They tore that thing up. As that sun came overhead, the bite slowed down a little bit. Greg went to a bottle of gold. I went to this orange and chartreuse, and it's like somebody hit a light switch, they turned on again. So vary your colors as needed. The other tip that I'll give you on this is when I am not fishing with a float, I always use a loop knot. But when I'm fishing with a float, I always cinch that line tight to the jig head, and the reason being, I'm controlling the action on that jig by just popping that bobber. It may be a big action, I'm working it all the way back, or it may be very subtle where just pop it and then I want it set and still. So again, I always cinch the line tight to the jig head when I'm using a cork. And that's today's BrushPile Gear Check. The big fish, your bobber will do that. Oh,
there you go. Ooh.
Come here.
There you go.
Another dandy. Another big white. Look at there.
There's one.
That's what we're talking about. And now Greg's got him one going. Not nearly as big as that big boy. Look at there. Man, it has been a great day. Beautiful day. Not sure there's a better way to spend a mid-November morning. Look at there. Pound weeds, pound and a half.
Yep. 2 1/4. Man, I did it again, but I got it.
Oh, hey, maybe. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Come here. Oh, yeah.
Yep. I'm just going to have to
Another
change
good
out that
one.
bobber.
Been a good morning. Look at that.
Get
Oh.
Oh, no, there you go.
Oh, there's a pitch of fish. Get him in.
There you go.
Woohoo! Look at that.
That's a good one.
Folks, we needed one more nice fish for some pictures. I think that's going to do it. Look at that. We've been turning all the bigger ones loose, but we wanted just a couple for some photos. Nice. Just made my first color change of the morning. Went to that orange and chartreuse, and it paid off. Hold him up that camera.
There's a good one. I also made that color change, Russ, of that Butler Gold. And there he is, folks. Look at that.
Well, folks, I hope you enjoyed today's show. Again, mid-November in Ohio, northern Ohio, the Portage River along the beautiful shoreline of Lake Erie. Greg, dude, it was a blast today.
It was fun, Russ. We caught a lot of fish.
How many you estimate we caught realistically?
Wow. I don't even know if I can put a number. Would you say 100?
Oh yeah, yeah.
At least, right?
Yep.
And then all the gills that we missed or didn't even try.
Yep.
So it was crazy.
We threw back so many fish today. It was an unbelievable day. And again, normally, folks, you're not going to get this late in the year to be able to do this, but it all depends on the weather. And Mother Nature has been so nice to us. And you got to see, it doesn't take, you don't have to go buy a bunch of minnows or anything. Simple rig today.
Very simple. Bobber and a little crappie magnet jig head.
Well,
It doesn't get much better than that.
I'll tell you what, you know, they are calling for a couple more days of this, and then it's going to fall out. So me and my partner, Tom Peterson, we're coming back up here Friday. We're going to see you here.
There you go. Maybe. Might
All
have
right.
to work.
Hey,
It was
thanks
great
for
fishing
taping
with
with
you.
us. Folks, if you're interested in the trip, give this man a call. You won't regret it. You will have an absolute blast, and he'll teach you some of the things he's doing. So I hope you enjoyed it. Stay tuned. We'll be back again with BrushPile Fishing.
Special thanks to B&M Pole Company, War Eagle Boats, Crappie Magnet, Slime Line Fishing Line, Cornfield Fishing Gear, Eye-Hole Jig, Easy Drift, Driftmaster, Offshore Tackle Company, Power Pole, Mossback Fish Habitat, Hook and Bullet Sunglasses, Garmin,